Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton brought up commodity intriguing in his recent pitch at Forrester Creations. As Carter stressed the significance of expanding their business, he suggested reaching out to their musketeers at Jabot in Wisconsin. Jabot is a cosmetics company, so Carter allowed. They could be helpful mates when it came to getting Forrester Creations in the cosmetics game. Of course, we can't help but hope for a young and a restless crossover anytime commodity from Genoa City gets mentioned. This could be the perfect occasion for B&B and YNR to collide formally again. Ashley Abbott clearly knows her way around the cosmetics lab and has crossed over to the Bold and the Beautiful ahead, so she might be involved if this plan ever comes to consummation. Still, it's also easy to imagine Sally Spectra getting a new B&B crossover occasion. Sally is the lead developer of a new line, called Marchetti Z, which is part of Marchetti and falls under the Jabot marquee. What if Sally is assigned with coming up with scent ideas to match each design in a new collection? Sally is sort of a jack of all trades who has run a media company and indeed did some interior designing for a while. We've no problem believing Sally might come a new scent expert who brigades up with Jabot Lab by participating her fresh perspective. Still, Sally might prove useful if Forrester Creations does reach out to Jabot. Still, Sally might have some tips to help hope for the future or another Forrester line do the same if Marchetti Z gets into pairing spices with fashions. Whatever the case, it'd be nice to see Sally pop back over on B&B. Perhaps Sally could take a flight back to Los Angeles and catch up with some familiar faces now that she's set up redemption in Genoa City. That said, there's no guarantee Carter's grand plans will diss out, since he may be on the verge of getting fired from Forrester Creations. Effects are about to get wild at the office, so stick with us for updates on any stunning news ahead. Some twists and turns are still to come, so we'll bring you more crossover prognostications and keep you in the circle on everything passing at Forrester. In fact, each occasion is going to have observers talking for the coming several weeks and months to come. But anyone who has been paying attention to the rearmost B&B stories would formerly know that, right? Keep reading below for everything you need to know. When the Forresters get together to bandy their enterprises about Carter's offer. Also, Brooke stumbles upon a grueling secret that she might not be suitable to keep to herself. Ivy tries to get one Steffy in order to get a job done. She ends up going to Ridge with a special request. Brooke also makes an intimidating blameworthiness against Steffy to Ridge that's not going to sit veritably well with him. Taylor gives Ridge an update on her broken heart pattern while Hope makes a mistake that she's going to hope to turn around. Steffy is angry and makes a bold superintendent decision that's going to change Forrester Creations as everyone knows it. Let's just say that the entire company is going to feel the ripple effect of Steffy's wrath. Sheila dives into the vacation spirit in a way that observers haven't seen before, while Ridge makes a stunning move by backing his son, Steffy. We've got some appearances and goings news to pass on, so let's talk about what's in store. For starters, Ivy Forrester seems poised to extend her current stay in LA with a gutsy move. B&B suckers know Steffy Forrester refused to indeed look at Ivy and Electra Forrester's designs, so she delivered a hard no on reviving the jewelry line. Still, Ivy took the idea to Eric Forrester laterally and got his full support. Eric obviously still has plenitude of sway at Forrester Creations and refocused out that his name is on the structure, so he's set to help Ivy and Electra out. Plus, Ivy will take matters into her own hands as well, by pitching directly to Ridge Forrester, who may agree with Eric in the end. Ivy and Electra in celebratory mode, so their jewelry line may move forward despite Steffy's lack of interest. We know Electra is sticking around, and Ivy may stay for a while too grounded on this good news. Eric will feel confident that having further Forresters in the blend is going to be an awful thing for the company. Other appearances and goings news points to the return of the show's longtime ridiculous relief. Dick Christie will duplication his part as Charlie Weber, but he might have a serious task to complete this time around. Charlie will pop up in the November 1st occasion, but we've to consider why. There must be some use for a security guard, so this could tie in with Steffy's forthcoming bold move. Steffy is on the verge of making a choice that'll shoot shockwaves through Forrester Creations, and Ridge is going to back her up. Could Carter Walton get fired? Will Charlie eventually companion Carter out of the structure? Still, Hope Logan just might quit in solidarity. If that's the case, it's not like Hope's line is going to last veritably long without Carter's support anyway, so Hope may take a stage for him soon enough. Hope and Carter's love will continue to blossom, so we'll bring you further story prognostications and updates on the fate of Steffy's stunner. Electra Forrester made a striking debut that might just set the stage for another appearance from the Forrester family. We're treated to interesting perceptivity into Electra's history. Let's dive into the details that surfaced from the discussion between Electra and Ivy Forrester. Ivy participated that she has a family named John, and his son is Electra. Just to clarify, this John isn't the same, who's Ivy's late father. John Forrester Sr. had a son named after him, making Electra's father John Forrester Jr. It's a bit peculiar for B&B to continue using the name John, especially since we formerly have John Finn Finnegan in the blend. Thankfully, Finn prefers his surname, so there shouldn't be any blend-ups if John Forrester Jr. ever makes his way to Los Angeles to join Electra. It's relatively easy to picture John considering a visit to Electra and the rest of his family, or indeed choosing to stay a while. With Thomas Forrester no longer in the blend, there's an occasion for another fascinating Forrester to stir effects up. If John Jr. lingers in city, he'll find plenitude of Logan ladies to catch his eye. As Electra and Will Spencer prepare to explore their budding love, it could add an interesting twist if Electra's father arrives in LA and ends up falling for Will's mama. Imagine the complications that could arise if John finds a connection with Katie Logan, creating an involved web for their children. Hope Logan and Carter Walton feel to have a love that might not last long. Could Hope end up falling for John in the future? Electra participated that her family moved constantly when she was youthful, which is why she wasn't raised in Australia. This also explains why she doesn't have an Australian accentuation, and her pater might not have one moreover. As for John's love life, it makes sense for him to be single, looking for love if he goes to Los Angeles, conceivably explaining effects didn't work out with Electra's mama. All this talk about John Jr. might lead to him making an appearance soon. Sorrel won't be alone. She'll be joined by her longtime days apprentice Ivan Guevara, who's back as Ivan Marias. Guevara portrayed Vivian's devoted menial from 2 and made his last appearance in 2011. He starts raising on Monday. Meanwhile, in a surprise move, Brandon Barish is out as Stefan DiMera. He makes his last appearance on Monday, October 28. Barish began portraying Stefan in. He went on to play Stefan's binary family, Jake, from 2 before eventually returning back to his original character in the Hernandez clan is getting a new member. Al Calderon debuts as Javi, Gabby, and Rafe's kinsman. On Monday, Calderon's credits include the Dead Girls Detective Agency, the Plutocrats and the Have-Nots, and the Walking Dead World Beyond.